Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Eye Opener Society. I am your host, Gary, and I've been pulling a bunch of episodes this month, just trying to get a library set up. And today, unexpectedly, I was supposed to actually record an episode with Jennifer Miller, and she just wasn't feeling, up to it. So I said, all right, no big deal. We got, enough in the library. But then someone contacts me, and the show is not very guest heavy. So, you got to kind of take into consideration the person and who it is and all. But this person reaches out to me and says, "Hey, listen, want to record an episode with you." So I was like, "All right, not a big deal." But the thing is, it's who the person is. And with me now in the studio who wanted to do a podcast is our favorite, Hannah. Hannah, welcome back to the show.
Hi everyone. Hey. I'm here. I'm back, bitches.
It's so great to have you back. It's very comforting to me now,
Yeah.
you just kind of, I'm just falling right into the groove of everything. But yeah, you contact me, say, "Hey, listen, want to shoot a podcast?" I'm like, okay. And I know it's been tough recently with everything going on. It's hard to,
Yeah.
do these episodes, but you brought up a subject that, you felt you wanted to talk about. And, after hearing it, I said, yeah, this is absolutely great. So listen, I'm going to turn the microphones over to you and, go for it, buddy.
Yeah. So just lately with everything personally going through in my life, it takes a village to go through things that you're going through. I'm not ready really to talk about everything that I am going through. Um and I do appreciate, the support behind the scenes. I've been absent, but it takes a village. And once you are going through things that you are going through, you kind of realize who your true village is. And it kind of makes you look from the outside looking in how much these people are devoted to you back. So, just recently I've found myself having I don't know how to word it, a spell, you could say, just realizing that these people are devoted to you. And in turn, in the thick of healing of things, you find yourself being devoted to them back. So I wanted to talk about basically, devotion to
Mhm.
people and your village and, finding your good people.
Yeah. And with everything that you have been going through, yeah, it does. There's a lot of support on the back end, and
Hmm.
there's a lot of people that are suffering right alongside with you, me included. And yeah, in order to pick up all those pieces of your life, to bring everything, back into reality and healing yourself and, everything that's involved with it, it takes people that are caring, people that are willing, and just people that are going to show their support. And, I've relied on that myself lately.
Yeah.
And it just seems like you're using, that same philosophy too, as well.
Yeah. And I think with me, it's like, it's one thing and it's not that well wishes aren't meaningful because they are, but it's one thing for someone to be like, yeah, I'm here for you. But then it's another thing to just be like, wow, these people are actually truly here for me, holding me up while I'm struggling and helping me continue on and truly like are here for me, support me. And it means absolutely like the absolute world to me. And sometimes, in the thick of healing, you feel unworthy. And, a way for me to cope, and it's not necessarily even, I don't want to word it like that, but in a way, it's like giving back to those people when I can, or lending a hand, like a lending hand when I'm going through the thick of healing, when they need something. It almost heals me in a way because I'm giving back and I'm showing my devotion back to them. So it's not necessarily one sided. And even if it was one sided in a moment, those people that are still willing to pick you up from your crumbles and like it, it's just amazing that there are good people in the world and that you find these people when you're going through ugly things in your life.
Yeah. And, as a whole in society, as human beings, this is something we need more of anyway.
Yeah.
It's beyond just, helping out one individual person and nobody knows anything about, but that creates that wave of devotion towards other people. And yeah, we do. We need more of that in society. I totally agree with that. I feel that many people are tossed aside these days, especially when it comes to mental health. There's so much of it now. All of a sudden, out of nowhere in the last few years, it really became the
A stigma.
forefront.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a stigma still to this day. And to get the help you need professionally is even difficult
Yeah.
because there's more people in need than there are people that are willing to give. So that's why it's really good to have that support, that, real positive backbone, behind you
Yeah.
to support you for those things.
Yeah. And it's raw. Like they see you at your worst and then they somehow help you, in the moments where you feel the worst. They make you, feel okay. Like you're not suffocating as much, they're they're like a breath of fresh air for you. And like in return, it's like you don't realize it, but as they're trying to help you repair your cup, you're filling their cup because it's like satisfactory type feeling. And it's just like a wholesome, loving feeling that these people make you feel. And it's amazing to me just how the world can be so ugly. And when you're unfortunately going through ugly things, you find the people that, or, you come to the realization that like, wow, these people really ride for me. They are not going to let me fall. And it kind of gives you a boost. Like I can fucking do this, like I'm not alone.
Hmm. And it doesn't matter how many of those people you have
Yeah.
behind you, even if it's just one, it matters. It makes a difference. It
Yeah.
gives you something to hold on to. It's a life raft that keeps you afloat.
Yeah. And you're not and I think the most kind of important message out of this is that you're not alone, even when you do feel alone, even if it's one person, even if it's an animal or something like that, like you're not alone. And to see their devotion towards you makes you realize that you're also devoted to them. And it just becomes this like sacred bond that you just appreciate so wholeheartedly. And every day it's just like you just wake up and you like look back and you reflect and you're like, wow, like I'm doing this, like I'm going to be okay. And like I have these people behind me or I have these things behind me and you're not alone. And and unfortunately in the darkest moments is when even if you can't see the light, you start to see the glimmers of the lights from those people. And you use those lights and you find your way back to yours.
Hmm. And this entire situation, that we're all going through, that we're all, feeling, the pressures from, it's, we definitely have, um, a good support system between all of us. We actually have, each other to fall back on. We actually have that amongst us. And it's not so much telling each other, hey, this is the way you're going to do things from here. This is just saying, hey, listen, we all know we're going through some bad things right now. However, we all got each other's
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. And I think it's just important to realize that there's going to be bad days and there's going to be good days. Um, but as long as you stay true to yourself and, you know, not necessarily in a way, but like give back to that support system that is supporting you during the bad days, you'll find yourself having more good days than bad days because you reflect and you realize like these people have already helped me come so far. And it's not even necessarily that they did the work, they just gave you the tools and you just reflected and learned from them. And it's just the most powerful thing to come to realization about is that you're truly not alone.
Hmm. Yeah. And that's the feeling I get just from this immediate nucleus that you and I have.
Yeah.
Your mom, it does, it means a lot. And it does, it lifts you up during those times because Yeah, you say, yeah, even if you just have one bad day, but this has been a multitude of bad days, multitude of bad months.
Yeah.
And, the bad luck continued to roll even up to now, and we're slowly building ourselves out of that.
Mhm.
And I don't think we would have been able to do it, either one of us
Yeah.
individually, if it wasn't for the fact that we were all together.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you have further other people too,
Mhm.
that are coming into your life, or already have been in your life and, giving you that extra support that you need.
Yeah. And it's like amazing to me that in term when you feel so broken in moments and months and days, and then you learn from these people, and then they start to heal you, help you heal yourself, and you create this new version of yourself. And a part of it is so scary because you don't want to change, but then you realize that you're just gaining these like cognitive skills and you know traits from these people, and they shift you into this person that you're like, wow, like I never thought I could be here, like I never thought that I would be okay. And you know by any means do I feel okay. I can say I'm all right, like, and if you would have asked me a couple days ago, weeks ago, I may have not been able to be like, yeah, I'm okay. But now it flows off my tongue, and I see myself becoming a more in tune person. And I didn't, I just thought like this was the end, like I don't know who I'm ever going to be anymore. I'm broken. I lost myself. And just to see the progress that I've made, and the reflections of people who have been in my life and supporting me, it's emotional for me because I like I said, it just goes back to I just never thought I'd be here. And um you see things from different perspectives, and you find yourself reacting to things differently. And in turn, when you're like, I guess basically what I'm trying to say is that it's like when you're at the worst broken version of yourself, um, and you just start putting in the work, and you have these people around you, this village, they mend you into the person that I think that the broken version of you needed to, hug you and support you. And in the back of your head, like just give you those resources and everything that you needed. So it's just, amazing to see. By all means, am I still going through a lot? Absolutely. Do I cry a lot still? Absolutely. But I know now that I will be okay.
That's fantastic to hear because you also understand too, what you and I do right here on this show. And we have been for over, past year and a half, almost 2 years. We help others,
Yeah.
And I've been waiting for so long for you to come back and sit next to me.
Yeah.
And look, we're doing it now, but we're not doing it in our old studio. I mean, look around. We're in a whole nother place. I was thinking of changing it from My Opener Society to Podcast in a Bag because literally that's what it is. I carry a bag around and I got to pull everything out and set everything up to do a show. But you know what? We're doing it.
Yeah.
And here we are doing it again now.
It doesn't matter the location or the space. It just matters about the energy that we bring in and we pour out on the mic, because it's coming from within. It's coming from our chakras. It's coming from our energies. And that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Because I'm speaking from the heart. I'm not speaking from a forum that I found online, or I'm speaking from me. I'm speaking from my real life. And I'm not even getting into detail about my real life. It's just I was down in the fucking dumps. My life is literally turmoil. But it took months for me, but I wanted to get on the mic, and I wanted to like people to know that I was literally on the edge. My foot was leaning over, and it was just constantly the wind pushing me back from just going off of the ledge. And the wind, which is the support that I had around me, pushed me off that ledge. So I'm sitting on the ledge, but I'm not 1 foot off of the ledge anymore.
And that's a beautiful thing. I think we've all kind of been there in one form or another, whether, it be less as intense, more as intense, but we've all lived through it. And again, I'm bringing the fact that the fact that you're on the show today gives me hope because I know there's probably millions of people out there that need to hear from you.
Yeah.
Once things clear and we can talk more freely, yes, I think you are going to be probably one of the largest influences, people can get. We're not mainstream. We're not reaching the entire world yet. But the more people start spreading this and start understanding, we're real people, real everyday people, just like you guys that are turning us on, slapping on a pair of headphones and just listening to something to get you through the day. You're hearing from people that have been through so much, and especially Hannah. And I know it's going to open up the doors for bigger opportunities, not only for Hannah, but to our listening audience, because they're going to say, hey, I've been there myself. And look, they made it. I can make it as well.
In the thick of healing, your door, when you're going through stuff, it remains cracked. But the most important thing that I think every day I wake up and remind myself is that door one day will be closed. And it goes centimeter by centimeter sometimes, but that's okay. Because as long as I'm getting up every day and reminding myself that the door will be closed, and then I just continue on, and it's hard not to sit and say everything. And I'm just not ready to do that yet. I don't know if I will ever be ready. But if you would have asked me even maybe 3 weeks ago, I would have told you that there's a permanent wedge at the door and that it's going to forever remain cracked. But now I know that wedge was the negative outweighing my positive. And it took me a while, but I just glimmered every day a little bit more positive in and a little bit more positive in. And I've removed that wedge. And it's up to me now to just make sure that, every day I'm being patient and I'm closing that door, even if it's just a centimeter at each time until it's closed and I can truly move on.
There you go. I can't thank you enough for coming in here and
of course
talking like this and bringing back the comfort that I've come to know being beside you and doing this show. Things are changing rapidly every day, and we're always going down a new direction. And it does. It winds up becoming up to us to change and adapt to all these new changes and to make things ours again. Like you said, we're in a different place, but that place is filled now with our energy, and this is now going to be claimed as our place. We can sit here and do a show. You can get that raw emotion out again.
Yeah.
And you're welcome to come on anytime you feel like it.
I mean, it's my show, so.
Well, yeah, true. I guess there's that too. But I totally need to have you here. I think because the audience needs to hear these things.
You guys will hear my voice popping in every once in a while.
Very good.
For sure.
I appreciate that more than you know. And the audience does too. It's been a while. This has been a while since we've had a talk like this. And as we find, those other opportunities where you can, come in and spread your, true, raw emotions, please do. I think we need to do that. So we also have a live show on Wednesday nights, twice a month, that you could always call into as well.
I'll disguise my voice.
There you go. There's definitely that. But listen, Hannah, thank you. Thank you so much for doing this show and, coming in here today. I really think this is going to mean a lot to a lot of people. So don't forget, everybody, we have our live talk show and eyeopenersociety.podbean.com. That's where you find the top of the page. I have a link. It says live talk show. Go there, follow that link, join us. Join us on Wednesday nights, twice a month. You got to follow us on Facebook too. Eye Opener Society. I give information when we're going to do it. I was going to do it every week, but I think it's just too much. We're all going through so much right now. I think doing that every week would just cause a little too much anxiety for everybody involved. So twice a month is going to be great. And I'll let you know all the dates when they show up. And I wish Hannah well. I, hope that we have some more episodes like this. And I can't wait till we get back into the full swing of things where Hannah can actually start talking for sure, the way she should be, without any kind of restrictions. So everybody, I thank you so much. And I thank you, Hannah.
All right. See ya.